Welcome to the Old Bastards Racing League Wednesday night broadcast. We're looking for a really, we're really going to look forward to a fantastic race here at Pocono with our truck series. Ken, how you feeling about tonight, buddy?
Oops, sorry, wrong button there. Hey, how's it going, Pete? Um, Track looks racy tonight. These guys are practicing nice and hard. They had a couple minor problems in practice, but I think it's going to be a nice, solid night. I think we're going to see the 27 cars or trucks out here being very, very competitive.
Yeah, but it looks like going to be a decent race. We got the trucks gridding right now, and looking forward to a decent race. Track air temperature 78 degrees, track temperature 106, humidity 1%, which is not right. But either way, we're sitting here at Pocono Raceway. These guys race usually, caution free at Pocono. Maybe one caution. I'm looking for a lot of green flag runs tonight. What do you think?
Man, I hope so. Lot of Not a lot of cars for a big track like this, and the track is plenty wide down the front stretch and into some of the corners here. But I think there'll be guys that'll be really good and racy tonight. Getting close to the end, a couple of guys want to get into the championship, so I think they're going to be really worried about keeping their cars clean.
Yeah, I think we're going to see them. We usually have them get the butterflies out of the stomach and, have them get those first few laps under their belt and get into a rhythm.
And I see the pace car is actually leaving pit road now. So fast qualifiers tonight. We got Ralph Vandervorst. He led the group tonight with Raging Cajun Jones running second. Steve Thompson running third. Jim Westerfield fourth. Tom will go fifth. Sixth, John Held. Seventh, Brian McCubbin. Eighth, Vernon Markheim. Ninth, Dave Hunt. And rounding out our top 10, Dan Berghoff. Good job, guys.
Yeah, we're looking at Eddie. Eddie's not a slump at the Pocono. I think we'll be looking for him at the front of the pack for most of the race, but he also will save his tires. I'm real interested to see how that
All right, guys, tighten it up.
or tunnel turn
Second
goes.
gear,
So,
so you don't see the logo on the truck in front of you. And we go on green, no change lanes for the start-finish line. Pace speed 75 miles an hour, no on and off the throttle. Good luck, everybody.
As
so
you can hear, competition director leader Steve Thompson giving final directions to the drivers out there on pace lap here. So we're getting really close to a green.
yep, here we go.
Before we get going here, Pete, I got an over-under of 3 tonight. Do you think we're going to be higher or lower than 3 caution flags tonight?
Well, I'm gonna put my money on OBRL drivers, and I'm gonna go lower on the Pocono.
Uh, like I like your feeling. I'd like to be with you on that, but I'm going to say we're going to be right on 3 tonight.
Yeah, I do too, and that's why I couldn't go. I couldn't go with the number that you picked, but here we go. Green flag's going to be waving,
Green flag,
and
green
it's
flag.
going to be an interesting race. Let's see him get started here. Looks like a pretty clean start. Two by two by two, all the way back through the field. Going into that first turn, it does give you those butterflies. Once you start getting that under your belt, I think that these guys are going to start getting up on a trucker race. We got a real close race right now with Vernon and John Held. Uh, keeping everybody honest here, but they're definitely looking for their spot to sink into.
Yeah, they're doing a real nice job. Tires are a little cold. They got to be a little ginger with the throttle the first lap or two. And sure, we don't have the V7 tire on the truck yet, but still takes a little bit for these trucks to grab a little bit of the track surface a little bit better.
Yeah, it does. They got to heat them up first, and everybody knows that. And coming through that third turn, that sweeping turn, really kind of can misjudge that one cold tires and end up right in that wall.
Say about the top 8 are stretched out single file, and then after that we have a little bit of two truck wide racing going on here.
Yeah, last night I dropped into practice for a little bit and was talking to the drivers, and it seemed like they said about 18, 19, maybe 20 laps. Does that sound about right for this track? I believe so.
Is that for a fuel run?
Yes, sir.
it seems a little low, but very possible. It's 2.5 miles around there, so very possible. With I believe they only have like a 50 or 60% fuel range on the truck set for this league, so very possible 18 to 20 would probably be right in the ballpark there. Yes.
They're already starting to get strung out into bunches. I see two clean bunches from the start pack to the middle and to the end. So we'll have to see how that ends up. I'm sure there's going to be pit strategy and gas mileage strategy definitely in play here.
Yeah, with 60 laps, and if they can stretch her to 20, they can do her in 2 stops. But that's going to be, if a guy's not getting 20 laps, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to need that extra stop. So it's the person who can conserve their fuel and tires the best if we can stay caution free.
Caution, yellow flag.
We got to spin corner 3.
Looks like we have, number 31 involved here. I didn't see how that started yet.
Multiple trucks. Seen Pops Keener taking a bad hit. It's like Bobby McCormick was involved. Cars are grouping up behind the pace truck or pace car right now. I'm not sure. We're only on lap 4, so maybe a couple of these guys who were worried about the 20 laps or getting less than 20 laps of fuel, a couple of those guys may be pulling in.
Yeah, it's
Well, I didn't get the chance to see who was all involved, but looking at the leaderboard, looked like Ed Adams was involved, Mike Watts probably, Pops Keener.
Yeah, I got Tommy Cannon, Mike Watts, Keener, and Shepard, correct?
Yeah, those 4 are in the pits right now.
Looks like we got number 67, number 14, number 35, the whole group coming into the pits right now.
I think this early caution is probably a good thing for the guys who couldn't quite get to the 20 lap. Now I think they might be able to pull it off the rest of the way on 2 stops if we can keep the yellow flag from flying, Pete.
I agree with you. And I just, want to say thanks for coming to the booth tonight, Ken. I want to give you a shout out for Monday night's race. Ken, number 91 here, coming off a win in California on Monday. A real nice tire race, I'll call it, but made some great decisions out there. And Ken, fantastic job coming off of that win.
Yeah, it was a long time coming. I've raced, almost 2 years with the old bastards and got my second win. It was a lot of fun. I guessed right on tires. I pitted with 10 to go, and we restarted back with 7 to go, and a couple guys in front of me kept the old tires on, and I was able to catch them, and then I was able to pass about 4 cars that had fresh rubber on in front of me, and got a few lucky breaks, and that's what it takes to win in this league. These guys are good. They're very, very good, and I was very lucky and very fortunate that we won, and I was really extremely happy after the race because a lot of the drivers out there are probably more excited about the win for me than I was myself, and it tells you about the quality of character that we have out there with these drivers.
Absolutely. I just want to, extend my congratulations and, say fantastic job. I was one of those 4 that you passed on old tires, and I made the wrong call, but definitely nice run out there and great win.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going next Monday night in the ARCA car. I believe we're right here at Pocono, I believe, next Monday night in the ARCA car. So please tune in to the OBRL site on YouTube and catch the review of that race shortly after the race is over.
Fantastic. So it looks like we're going to get into one to go, I guess, here. I'm not sure about the one to go, but it looks like we're kind of getting back together here. Be going to green real soon.
Yeah, see, Eddie Jones had either a good pit stop or he did not pit. He's out leading with Tom Ogle and Steve Thompson running third, and Ralph from first back to fourth. So he must have had a little bit of pit issues in there. Jim Westerfield running out of top 5. 6 through 10 is John Hells. Vern Margam. 8th is Brian McCubbin. 9th is Dan Berghoff. And the top 10th runner is Christopher Monroe.
Looks like we're going to get ready to go back to green.
All right,
I do
guys,
see a
second
couple of
gear.
guys on here. I'm not quite sure what I'm
Tighten it up.
seeing, but
So
I
you don't
got
see
some
logo
lap
on the
cars
truck in
down,
front of you.
still
Go
in the
on green.
pits,
No change lane for the start
still
finish
counting
line.
down. So
Good luck,
they have an
everybody.
extended stay. That would be the Jeff Gilmore, Mike Watts, still sitting in there.
Yeah, there's about 4 cars that are a lap or 2 down. So hopefully they can get repairs made and we can get those guys back on the racetrack.
Looks like Jeff Gilmore is coming out of the pits now to try to rejoin the field with 1 lap down. Mike Watts still sitting in pit road. Tommy Cannon still sitting in pit road along with Pops Keener and Ben Shepard.
Haven't seen Pops in a couple of weeks. Good to see him back on the racetrack again. I know he's lives out in the California area, and hopefully he's okay with the wildfires out there and the electrical blackouts that his electrical company is giving him.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of these older drivers coming back that had to take a break for a moment or two, but great to see him on the track.
Definitely is. Hey, I see John, our friend John Hastings is back on track again. He visited us and raced with us on Monday night. It's great to see him back.
Green, green,
Right
green.
now, running in the 21st position.
Green flag's waving, and it looks like we're getting ready to race again. We got a nice 2x2 start. Seems like a nice clean start. Everybody seems to grab the right gear.
Yeah, it looks like Tom Ogle had a hell of a jump before at the green flag there, and got him going into corner 1, 2x2, and everyone's keeping it somewhat clean the way it looks.
Yeah, it seems like we're going to have a decent race tonight. Like I said, that early caution, that usually comes with the butterflies and the excitement, right?
Oh, most definitely. Still, yes, it's a simulator, but you still get up for this stuff. You still get the adrenaline flow going. It's just a lot cheaper than real racing.
Exactly.
And it doesn't hurt so much when you get in a crash.
Unless you're sitting with a motion rig that's set in too high, right?
That's very true, I guess. I don't have one, so I couldn't tell you for sure. I know you have one, Pete, and I'm sure you can speak from experience on that.
Oh, absolutely. Some of your friends out there in practices will give you a little bump around to get you going, and they know I run a motion rig, and sometimes they take advantage. I think Eddie Jones has given me whiplash a couple of times. So, but it's been a good thing. It looks like Vernon's in a nice cushy spot, trying to catch up to that lead pack right now. Looks like the top 6 are nose to tail right now, trying to pull away from the pack.
There's still some pretty good racing going on mid-pack. Looks like Brian Glass has his hands full with about 5 or 6 cars right around him. See Mike Watts is taking the emergency route and inside of 3 and 4. He's back on track. Good to see that.
Looks like Mike Watts came out, right? Am I seeing that correct in stating he's probably looking at IPL at this point, this late in the season for this 12-week truck race?
Yeah, I would think he is too. He may have some damage, but he's going to try to get as many laps as he can, get good clean laps, keep the IPL numbers down.
We got somebody on the back stretch here just getting into the 28. Seems like he actually grabs a hold of it and gets her going straight, but definitely there was contact made there.
Yeah, I think he made contact with Bobby McCormick, I think, in the 31 truck.
Everybody continues to go, and we are still on green flag run here, so no harm, no foul. We'll see what happens here. If it was one of their problems, rules of OBRL would put that person to serve himself a green flag pass-through for making contact and hindering forward momentum, correct, Ken?
That's correct. We'll have to take a look. The review committee will take a look at that after the race and make a judgment on that. And we'll see if somebody pulls into the pits and admits that they maybe caused that one.
You got number 7 underneath number 14 trying to make that pass. Decides to try to get into the top, but 18 will have none of it and stays right on his bumper. So he does slide into place and gets going and decides differently.
I'm wondering if Cajun didn't pit the first time because he's dropping down to 6 and he started out as our leader at the restart here. So I'm thinking he's got some used rubber and it's going to start hurting him a little bit.
He did come in. He came in with number 67, right behind number 67, Steve. I'm showing him as pit lane 1, or pit stops 1. So he did come in during that last caution.
Yeah, Eddie's normally not one to sit back there. He's normally a charger, and I don't believe he's playing a fuel strategy game. So I'm hoping he has no major issues.
I'm wondering if in all honesty, he's seeing something that we can't see, maybe some aggressiveness in the front end there, and he just kind of trying to stay out of trouble for the beginning of this race.
That's very possible. I see in the pits right now we got Bobby McCormick, Pops Keener, and Shepard in the 107 truck right now. Those 3 are in the pit area.
Yeah, what was Bobby McCormick or one of the ones involved in that little scuffle, or is he in the wreck prior?
Bobby got in trouble with the 28 just a couple laps ago when the 28 was spinning coming out of 1 there. Bobby and the 28 truck got together, so sure he's upset about it, but knowing Bobby, he's going to get the fixes made and he'll be right out there shortly.
Pops Keener sitting at an extended stay right now. He must have had some real damage.
Oh, he had some heavy damage in that first caution that we had. He hit the wall coming out of 3 head on, and I'm sure he maybe lost the motor on that one. Ready to go, Pete?
Yep.
Hey, Pops Keener, we pulled you down to the broadcast tower here. How's everything in the pits? I see you had a bad accident there in the first caution. What happened?
Yeah, I just ran into a wreck that was going on ahead of me, and I've got a lot of required repairs here, so I'm going to be sitting here.
So, Pops, I'm so sorry to hear that you were in that accident, that first accident. But how are the trucks behaving out there? Are they getting a little aggressive early?
Well, you know, I'm usually towards the back of the pack. I qualified this today, sort of in the middle of the pack, and I was following fairly close and didn't see, or was unable to see what was going on ahead of me, and got into the back of Josh Robinson. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know that's races. Sometimes things happen you can't control. Ken, anything else for Pops?
Pops, it's great to see you back on the racetrack. I haven't seen you for a couple of races, and I hope you get back out on the racetrack soon, and good luck to you the rest of the rest.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Appreciate that.
Good luck, Pops. I hope everything works out for you there, and hopefully they'll get those repairs fixed, and you can get out there and get some IPO.
Yeah, thanks, Pete.
That was Pops Keener, California runner, good guy, real nice guy.
Yeah, it's a shame he got caught up in that mess. Pops is a very respected driver here. We got 12 and 15 side by side, really pushing it. But Pops is one of those respected drivers throughout the OBRL and one of the greatest guys of the OBRL league. And exactly what make this league as good as it is having drivers like Pops.
Oh, most definitely. Pete, we're a quarter of the way in. We got 15 in already. These guys are clicking off laps pretty nice here since the first caution. And see, Steve Thompson has taken the lead over Jim Westerfield and Tom Ogle.
Absolutely, and that's no surprise on these long sweeping tracks of, for 67 to be out front there. I guarantee he's definitely saving his equipment like he always does, and I very interested to see how things work out for him. He got caught in California on Monday night's series where we saving gas mileage, and then. Had an issue in the pits that served him a black flag, got him caught behind the eight ball, but and we took a late caution. So, he's one of those people that believes and concentrates on the long run, uh, mileage race, and actually saves tires like no other.
Yeah, he's very good at what he does. I can be running as hard as I can, and I can't keep up with him, and he's just kind of taking his time, and it makes me concentrate that much harder, and makes me a lot better racer just trying to follow him and trying to catch him.
Absolutely, it's a great thing. I got 18 behind 53 right now, just basically biding his time, keeping a good cushion here. I think that these guys are finally getting settled into some type of rhythm, and now looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, I see most of the guys have had 11 laps on their fuel pump or fuel stint here, so we should be seeing them. They're probably halfway through a fuel run right now, a little over halfway.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do. Would you say how many laps on this one is what 60 laps? And if it is in fact, about 20 laps, I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out with that caution in play.
Yeah, that caution was quite early, so I think it's going to help out all these guys. I think they're all good enough and saving enough fuel to get this done in one more pit stop after the one they got to do here real soon.
Yeah, I'm seeing Wes Davis come in number 98. He's currently in the pits, slowing it down, getting into his pit stall. 42 looking under the 18, takes a nice pass. 18 doesn't seem to put up a fight at all. That was for 10th place.
Yeah, a nice pass by Ed Adams there. He's following 53 Dave Hunt and Chris Monroe in the number 15 truck.
Slides up right in front of the 18 there, gets on the back bumper of the 15 car and on top of the 53.
I see our friend and guy who was in the tower with us 2 weeks ago, Kevin Rupert. He's running top 7 right now, so a good run for Kevin Rupert.
Yeah, these guys seem to be cordial with one another right now. That'll all end with 10 to go. I made a comment prior to the race of the 42's blue paint job. I really like that blue. I have to say I really like that what he's done with that. I think it's a good looking paint scheme. Most of the OBRL guys are starting to come out with their paint schemes from our friend Mike Watts and themselves. Some of them are just doing it all by themselves, but they're coming out with some really good looking cars and trucks.
Yeah, that Parker Store paint job, that looks pretty darn nice. I like that. Chris Monroe gets underneath Kevin Rupert, and Kevin does tries to climb back underneath, but unsuccessful, and Chris pulls away going out of the corner.
Number 42 is looking underneath the 12 to go into is that the tunnel turn there?
Yeah, that is.
Kevin doesn't put up much of a fight.
Brian Glass started, I think, shotgun on the field, and he's already up to 12, so good job for Brian Glass.
Brian's yet another one of those, respected drivers here, as well as a great driver. He really does pick his way through. He's very methodical. He definitely gets his way up through the field. So watching him could be something. It can be exciting throughout the race. We got a drag race going down the stretch there with 42 and 12 going into turn 1.
Kevin slides up a little bit, but I don't think they
yellow flag is
we
out.
got a caution out.
Caution flag waves on lap 20.
We had a car sitting backwards coming out of corner 1.
Well, now, Ken, how's that play into this fuel run, huh?
These guys have to pit, and then they can do it in one pit stop after this. So they're actually all going to be okay on this. I wonder if a couple of guys may wait a lap or two to pit, so they can push a little harder and not have to worry about conserving. I played that trick Monday night, and
Pace
it
car
actually worked for me.
The middle of one
One of the
guys
cautions
checking
we
it.
had, I stayed out and got 2 extra laps, and it made a world of difference for me. So I'm wondering if any of these guys are going to play that strategy.
You know, in case you haven't figured it out, Ken is for our group one of our better gas mileage calculators, and we appreciate that from time to time. So I lean on Ken heavily for the gas mileage discussion and the pit strategies. He's pretty good at that. I've guessed wrong every time, so we definitely rely on Ken from time to time.
I believe it was Jim Westerfield who spun himself out in corner 1 and was backwards there. So I don't see Jim in the top 10 at all, and I see that he was in the pits there a second or two ago.
Yeah, maybe just got loose coming off or going in, right?
Yeah, coming off, I think it can bite you a little bit. That wall is a little intimidating if you don't get through the beginning and middle part of 1. It takes you right up to the wall. And if you hit that, you can find yourself going backwards real easy.
Yeah, I have noticed driving this track, it basically entrance is everything, right?
Oh, yeah. This track especially, all 3 corners are so different. You got to drive everything so differently on this track because there's nothing the same here. Nothing one bit.
Looks like you're right, Ken. Everybody's coming in for tires. Nobody waited the lap like I expected, and I agree 100% on what you're referring to. But yeah, everybody's in pit road right now. We have, it looks like 4 cars that remained out. John Held, John McCoskey, Jim Westerfield, Mike Watts stayed out. Oh, I'm sorry. Only 2 of those. Jim Westerfield and Mike Watts were in the pits already.
I know Watts was a couple laps down, so he may be trying to get one back that way. John Hell does play a different strategy once in a while, so I wonder if he's thinking the same strategy I was thinking Monday night.
Yeah, there's a nice race off pit road, 3-4 wide.
That looked a little busy out there.
Yeah, it did. One thing that we noticed about the iRacing is they don't give you the spotter in pit road, which is really, causes some issues. But, the guys are pretty decent at giving room when they think somebody's over there. But it would be really nice to have that spotter telling you there's a guy outside of you on pit road.
Most definitely. Us in VR ain't so bad. We can turn our head and find out what's next to us. And guys with triples, if they got the track IR, they have no problems with it either. But if you're a single screen user, it can be rather difficult for those guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they do a good job. I mean, we have very few incidents on pit road. Every once in a while we might get one, but it's purely an accident, and it's, most are cognizant of what's going on.
No one wants to take each other out, mainly when we're doing 55 miles an hour down pit road.
So we're sitting here on lap 22, and we crossed stripe 23 of 60. We got right now, looks like everybody's kind of, getting back on track here, getting back in line, getting ready for that green flag to drop. The race has been pretty decent. It looked like a single car spin on to bring out this caution.
Yeah, thank God no other contact was made, and hopefully Jim didn't pound the wall or anything that hard to create any damage, and he's able to continue real well. I see he's in the pits right now, so he may be fixing some damage, and I see Mike Watts is also in pits.
Yeah, we'll see how long he stays in there. Right now, it looks like he got in. He's doing, 4-minute stays or something.
Yeah, Jim must have had some damage.
It looks like we lost a few players or a few drivers tonight. 98 Wes Davis, number 31 Bobby McCormick, number 57 Jeff Gilmore, number 00 Pops Keener, 47 Tommy Cannon, 107 Ben Shepard, number 88 Gary Corbett. Look like they have disconnected for the evening and packed it up and loading the trailer.
Well, I hope those guys have better luck next week, Wednesday night in the trucks. It's a shame. Small, not a real small field, a nice size average field for OBRL. Probably would like the truck count up a little higher on Wednesday nights, but we got two of us here that normally do race, and we're sitting up in the tower broadcasting because we enjoy this just as much as we do competing against these guys. So, but if you're interested in becoming a member of OBRL, if you're over 35 years old and have an I rating of 3,500 or less, the website to see is obrl.net, and find an application, and we'd love to see you apply and race against us.
Yeah, Jim Westerfield's still sitting in the pits at a 6-minute pit stop. Definitely a thing. Looks like we're got one to go as they bunch up 2 by 2 by 2. Everything looks good. Pit lights or pace car lights are off, and these guys are getting ready to go racing again. We are sitting here of 21 of 29 drivers that took the green flag at the start of the race.
Yeah, I see we got a new leader. We got number 7, John Held, who did not pit at that time and stayed out. And Steve Thompson running second, Tom Ogle third, Ralph Vandervorst running fourth, and the 5th place driver is Raging Cajun, Eddie Jones.
I do see that. I'm also looking at pit stops for, Kevin Rupert and Vernon Mayhew. Looks like they took 3 pit stops.
guys,
Everybody else has been on
About my
2.
They are getting some extra drops of fuel in their trucks for the rest of the way, so they're figuring this thing's going to go green.
Going green.
And
No change
I
lanes
think
for
they're
the
going to
start
try
finish
to go
line. Good luck, everybody.
all out, all the way the rest of the way, without having to worry about conserving.
Yeah, that puts them at 36 laps?
Yeah, if they run 2 18-lap stints, they're in the clear as long as we don't have a green-white checkered.
That's right. Okay, so we're buckled up 2 by 2 by 2. They're pulling the belts tight, jumping up on that wheel, and getting ready to go racing again. Right now, the entire field is sitting on lead lap, so these cars are all still battling for the win here.
Green.
Green flag waves. We're getting ready to go here. Start off. Looks like John Held gets a big jump off of number 67, Steve Thompson. Thomas Ogle underneath 67.
Yeah, not sure if Steve was just a little slow on the take on that one there, or if the other guys had a hell of a good start.
Yeah, Brian Woglass sitting in 8th position right now on top of 55 of Zach. What is that? Zach Calloway?
Yeah, Zach's running top 10 right now in the 55 truck in the green John Deere green truck. Eddie Jones battling Tom Ogle for second or third.
Oh. Not quite sure who that was.
28, Robert Garanza.
Is that the tunnel turn right there? Tunnel turn spin? Nope, going right, yeah. Coming down between the tunnel turn and turn 3.
Yep, easy place to lose it.
I guarantee I think that the pit strategy has now
starts on
changed. These guys should wait till, I'm expecting some guys to wait a couple laps, go in it toward the end there and just run it all the way.
I don't think they need to. I think with the caution flags, they're going to have enough fuel in the tank to make her the rest of the way without having to worry about stopping.
Okay.
The tires are fresh enough. I don't think they're going to have to.
There you go. Let's see where we end up here. Let's see if anybody takes it towards the end there, or if they just stay out and say they can do it. there was some controversy last night during during the practice about how many laps there were there. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, 18, 19, around 20. And the reason why I said a 3 lap difference there is because I had somebody saying 31, I had somebody saying 18.
Somebody's telling the truth. Somebody's stretching the truth just a little bit.
I think somebody didn't want to show their cards last night, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Couldn't have been the 14 truck now, could it be?
Actually, it was the number 67 and the number 56 that gave me the mix information.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 players, definitely players. So we're just going
Sounds
to.
like somebody might have got into Robert. They're talking about somebody getting into one another, so I'm wondering if somebody's going to be serving a end of line for getting into another driver. I see a lot of guys are pitting.
Yeah,
Some guys are staying out.
we just had a checkup in front of Eddie Jones. Looks like number 11 checked up for some reason, and then I think he was trying to play the "I'm going in, I'm not going in" game here.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game to play because I hate to see somebody get damaged over trying to fake somebody out. Either commit to it early and deal with it, or just, sometimes they make it more of a game than what it really is.
Yeah, it's difficult, in the simulator to kind of feel that, but definitely I've been in that situation where I've followed somebody in that was doing it. And if you do it, you better be on their bumper and not anywhere near their quarter panel.
Exactly. See, Mike Watts is disconnected for the rest of the race. Hate to see that. Mike's a good runner, and we wish him the best of luck next week's race. And I'm sure he'll be around this weekend, Saturday and Sunday's race.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are getting ready. Now, I didn't see the 14, 11, or 67 or anybody up front there come in. Did you?
No, we had a couple guys stay out. So I know, I think Chris Monroe might have been the first driver out of the pits. I know Chris did pit.
Well, this caution is brought to you by HempShack, HempShack.net, sponsor of our Monday night K&N Pro Series. If you're looking for the highest quality CBD oil available, go to HempShack.net. We've got all kinds of new products. We've got some hemp shampoo and conditioner for your old lady. Make her all smell beautiful and calm her down straight from the head down to the toes. She'll be nice again. HempShack.net.
See, Brian Glass and Jim Westerfield are in the pits. They might be doing some last-second fuel adjustments here, and
I'm just going to have to recirculate them.
Pete, we're closing in halfway. What do you think's going to happen the rest of the race here, Pete?
I almost guarantee, like you said, they're going to the end, obviously. We got guys that are going to save their equipment. With the 14 in the front row, let's say front 5 or so that did stay out. Actually, it's the top 10 stayed out. I'm wondering if they can make it on fuel. I do know that number 67 does a great job of fuel saving, but 36 or 34 laps, I'm not sure how that's going to end up. So let's see how that goes. If he starts dropping off pace, he's saving fuel.
Yeah, but everyone's going to have to pit one more time. That we do know for sure. If they're running 18 to 20 lap green flag laps, one more stop is necessary for everyone.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he's banking on a caution.
Well, time will tell on that. We'll see what's going on here, and we are at least a lap away from getting these guys wound up again.
For some reason, I keep thinking it's 30 laps for a fuel run, and I know I'm wrong. So that's why my calculations have been wrong all night long. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Ken. One more stop, these guys will go. I think that these guys are going to try to save their tires as much as possible, save their equipment, and get to that next caution. And I think that this is a high run caution laps for the OBRL League. So I'm believing that frustration setting in on some of these drivers.
Yeah, we're over our three caution race here, so sad to say it's not a great performance by the OBRL drivers, but hopefully we can go caution free the rest of the way.
All right, guys,
Absolutely.
turn it up, second gear. Go
Yeah,
on
we
green.
pride ourselves on having
No
very
change lanes
clean
for start
races.
finish
And
line.
sometimes
Let's,
it just
see if
doesn't
we can get
happen.
this
It's
thing finished
part
now.
of the game, but as a whole, our races are very, very clean.
They're belted
So we
up.
have, yeah, I think the guys are ready to go. We got Steve Thompson leading with John Held second, Tom Ogle third, Eddie Jones running fourth, and Ralph Vandervorst is our top five. 6 through 10 is Ed Adams, Zach Calloway, Dan Berghoff, Josh Robinson, and our buddy Kevin Rupert.
Green, green, green.
Green flag waves. We're going racing again. It looks like that we have a good start, 2x2 again. Number 7, number 14 jumps on the 7's bumper. 67 jumps in front of number 7. Thomas Ogle still stuck side by side with John Held going into turn 1. Looks like Thomas Ogle's going to go ahead and get that pass coming out of 1. Eddie Jones is looking underneath. Number 7, John Held, going for the pass as well. I'm wondering if John didn't get a good start there.
Yeah, it looks like John's having a little bit of issues, but give him some time. He'll get it wound up, and he'll be running right back with that pack again.
See that our buddy Kevin Rupert's got a fight on his hand with the number 53 of Dave Hunt for 9th position. Kevin's sitting in 9th position right now, 4 positions gained since the start of the race.
Some nice 2x2 driving by these drivers right now. We are halfway right now, Pete. We are 30 of 60 in. Oh, we got a spin. Got a spin. Looked like Dave Hunt might have been going backwards there.
I still see a green flag run here, so it doesn't appear that the caution flag waved for that spin.
He must have been able to keep it off the racetrack. That's a great job by Dave Hunt. Kevin Rupert's still very busy. He's working against number 18, Dan Berghoff, right now, and looks like Chris Monroe is joining the battle right there.
Yeah, Kevin definitely has his hands full.
Brian Glass restarted 20th place, has already worked himself up to 12th already in just, 3 or 4 laps, so Brian Glass is on the move. See, Eddie Jones moved up to 3rd place. Did get past John Held. John's still running 4th. So John's starting to make a slight recovery after that restart.
Looks like number 12, Kevin Rupert's gathering it back up, looking at the 15. But while he's doing that, he has the getting jumped by the bull, number 87 underneath 12.
Yeah, that bull's pretty strong right now.
From what I've seen on Kevin Rupert, number 12 right now, it looks like in the turns he's losing space, but then he gains it on the straightaway, but just doesn't have the exit speed. It seems. I'm not sure if he's letting up and just saving his stuff and going for the long run.
Yeah, I think Kevin might be doing that. Normally, he's a pretty smart racer.
Looks like we're now stretching out, single file, kind of follow the leader at this point. We got 14, 11, 7, 42, and 03 all on the line.
Yeah, see, 33 Vern Margum has come up from where he started on the restart. He's up to 13, so he's making a nice recovery. I think he made a real late pit stop for fuel and trying to make sure he can make her the rest of the way one more stop.
Still got Steve Thompson sitting out there in first position right now, kind of leading this field around this track, setting the pace at this point.
Yeah, but look who's chasing him down. It's our buddy Eddie Jones.
Yep.
Those two guys will run nose to tail for a long time. They ain't going to fight each other. They ain't going to wear their equipment over each other. They're racing the rest of the field. They're not racing each other.
I agree with that all the way up to the last 5 to go.
Oh, yeah, it's 5 to go. Yeah, those two guys they'll battle as hard as anybody else out there. I see John Held has 16 laps on his fuel, so he's going to have to make a quick pit stop here. He may be sitting in the right window here. He may be okay to do it on one more stop. It's going to be really close for him.
Yeah, we're looking at, 24 laps at this point?
24 left, yeah. So, I see Kevin's only got 12, so he's got four less laps on his tire and fuel. So Kevin's going to be in good shape. John, he's going to have some work to do. He may need to do some conserving yet before the end of the race.
Yeah, you got Brian looking underneath. I can't quite make that out. Is that the 18 of Dan Bergeroff?
Yes, that is. Yeah, him and Chris Monroe are battling with Dan right now, and looks like the bull got the inside line and is going to make the pass.
We got Kevin with a number 12 with a front row seat to that action, and sitting there looking at the 15 right now, going to make a decision on if he's going to stay or go.
Boy, those boys aren't giving each other an inch, are they, out there? They're racing really hard out there. That group of 5, they're making a great race out of it between those guys.
Yeah, it's definitely a good race happening mid-pack there, for 10th, 11th, 12th, I believe it is.
That's correct, Pete.
Kevin looks like he's going to go under the bull. No, he's going to slide in behind the bull going into turn 1. Looks like Vernon Mayhew is looking at getting under the 15 at this point. 15 pulls ahead, and Vernon decides to slide in behind.
Boy, those boys are having a lot of fun out there right now, I think.
Yeah, it makes you itch, doesn't it, Ken?
Yeah, I kind of wish I was out there right now.
Ooh, number
Oh, we
33
got a
gets in.
spinner,
Yeah,
Brian McCubbin hitting the dirt.
looks like he keeps it going straight. Good recovery,
Oh,
Brian McGovern.
hell of a save. Nice job, Brian.
I'm not quite sure, but I believe the 33 might have gotten to the back of, I'm not sure who was in front of him. It was, I believe, Chris Monroe, but I'm not quite sure. He definitely had to check up real hard.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. We stay under green, and we could have easily had a caution sitting right there. Nice job by all drivers involved in that.
15 looking behind number 12. Yeah, these boys have come to race tonight. It seems like they're pushing pretty hard all the way through the entire race. It's good to see some nice, clean, hard racing.
Oh, most definitely. I've been kind of watching the lap times between Steve and the Raging Cajun Jones, and it's pretty stable between 1 second and 1.5 seconds. One's not pulling away or closing the gap or nothing. They're keeping it very consistent.
Vernon's looking under the 15 again. Big battle right now. It doesn't seem like he wants to be behind that 15.
Vern will drive the wheels off of her to get past you. He's a very good competitor, very tough to race against. He can be a challenge, but that's what we look for out here. This is what makes us better drivers also.
Looking at the pit board, Ken, I'm having a very difficult time. I got some guys who had 5 pit stops in 8th position, Brian Glass. I've got guys that are on 3 pit stops, Kevin Rupert, for instance, and then I have Steve Mule Thompson at 2 pit stops in 1st place. They're all over the board tonight.
It's all strategy, man. It's all strategy. I know Brian Glass did a couple extra stops out there, and man, you wonder what goes through the minds of some of these guys, but they all seem to be coming up with the same solution, and they're all running real good in the top 10 there.
I don't know if I can say anything, but I'm going to anyway. I just heard Kevin Rupert downshift in turn 1.
Some guys do on this track. I know Eddie Jones. I know he used to. I'm still not sure if he does yet or not, but I know he used to downshift going into corner 1.
Yeah, it appears that might be some of these guys are doing. I was surprised at that point, but it sounds like that there are some guys who are definitely using the shifter.
I've tried it. It gets the truck really loose coming out of the corner. I don't no more. I found out I'm just quicker, just keeping it in gear and just worry about maintaining a good line out there.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes this simulator so interesting and so fun, is that many different ways to get around any track, and no 2 drivers will be alike.
No, even though we run all the same setups in here, we are a fixed setup league. It's all about driver preference and how you want to get into the corner and how you want to get out of the corner.
Absolutely, and I think that's what makes the simulator itself very interesting and very realistic.
See, Steve Thompson has pulled out to a 2-second lead, and Thomas Ogle has just passed Eddie Jones for 2nd place.
Ken, I was just thinking about something on that. With these guys downshifting, coming out of a turn, that would answer why that we're seeing some spins coming out of that turn late in the race.
Yeah, if your tires are getting old, it can happen quite easily.
You got a lot more RPM, a lot more torque coming off that corner than you would if you were in 4th gear. So yeah, absolutely.
I hear some drivers calling for pit stops. I hear Tom Ogle's considering coming in. We have 18 to go, so this would be a last stint fuel run coming up here.
I'm looking at 27 laps, and you're absolutely right. Number 67, Steve Thompson comes in.
Oh,
Number 7, spin at the
John Held.
entering pit.
Vern Margheim making necessary changes in course to miss John Held. I see John disconnected real quick, so he did not get pounded by another driver.
Evasive maneuvers were definitely in play entering pit road.
Yeah, John Held just I believe he just hit a quick toe, so he did not create other problems for other drivers.
Yeah, we have number 18 in third position, right behind the Bull. Brian the Bull Glass in second place. Zach Calloway in first. Right now, as everybody pits, these guys are definitely going to have to pit, but definitely that's where we're at right now on our top three. Zach Calloway, Brian the Bull Glass, and Dan Bergeroff.
Man, Dan's got 22 laps on this stint. Well, a lot of those are caution laps, or some of those are caution laps, so yeah, I can see that.
Here they come into pit lane now. Yeah, you're right, Ken. I don't think they could last much longer than that.
Yeah, I think they pretty much used up their fuel tank, and probably their tires also.
Looks like pit lane entry with the older tires is a bit slick. Or as the keyword in OBRL, slickery.
Slickery, yes. It would be considered slickery.
That shows me right now is what? Dave Hunt, Brian McGovern, and no, that's at the line here. I'm trying to see who would have taken over 1, 2, and 3 for that with them 3 coming in.
Yeah, we have to let this shake out for a lap or two and let the scoring table get this all figured out for us here.
It's a shame they're not as fast as us, okay?
Exactly.
You know, we can sit up in this booth and say, if we were out there, it'd be different.
Yeah, maybe better, maybe worse.
10-4. We got people bleeding into the line right now coming from the pits. It looks like everybody's going to start shaking out. We'll give it a lap or two, and then we'll tell you where we're at.
Yeah, with those green flag pit stop, these drivers are going to be spread out. There won't be a whole lot of side-by-side racing. It's going to be trying to chase the guy in front of you pretty soon here.
If you're smart, you'll get in line and try to catch the pack in front of you. But, you know, some of these guys, they get a little anxious and want to do that side-by-side racing in these, 1, 2, 3 packs or whatever. And they really need to line up and try to get there.
Yeah, that's true. That they do. I do see Dave Hunt has taken the lead with Steve Thompson second. Looks like Ed Larson has moved up to third, Tom Ogle fourth, and Eddie Jones running fifth.
And that does, iron out to the pit stop strategies. They seem to be all on the same pit strategy, being 3 pit stops at this point.
Boy, Vern Margam was really loose coming out of corner 1 there, and he hung on to her. Good job by Vern. He had that thing tipped pretty sideways there. It was a good job by Ralph Vandervorst to drive on the top side of him so he did not interfere with Vern.
Yeah, Ralph's sitting right now in 9th positions. He lost 8 places from when he started the race, but it's anybody's games right now. He's looking like he's going to try to grab onto the bumper of number 12, Kevin Rupert.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dave Hunt has to pit yet or if he's... I got a feeling he's got to pit because I have not seen him in the top of the leaderboard most of the race, so I'm thinking he's got a stop to make yet.
Yeah, I'm going to give it out to the, we have the hard charger. I'm going to give it out to the marathon man, Jim Westerfield, sitting at 5 laps down, running his IPL, trying to get his IPL down, running some clean laps. It's hard to do that, and I tip my hat to Jim to staying in this race and finishing it out.
Oh, most definitely. This league is based on an IPL basis, and you got to keep that number as low as you can. So, yes, definitely hands out to him. I believe I just seen Dave Hunt duck in the pits, so we got a new leader back to Steve Thompson again.
Steve Thompson, Ed Larson in second, and Liberace, Thomas Ogle in number 11 in third position.
Right, Eddie Jones making another pit stop. I'm not sure if he got a speeding penalty or why he pulled it back in the pits again. Something definitely going around there with Eddie Jones.
Trying to see his pit stop time, see if he's just in and out. Yeah, he's in and out. So basically, he either sped coming off pit lane or sped coming in.
Bad break for Eddie.
Really bad break for Eddie. He was sitting what in the second position, third position all night long.
Yeah, he's been a top 5 contender the whole race. Nice race here between Chris Monroe and Vern Margum going down the front straightaway. Chris trying to get inside position.
Looks like he slides underneath. Let's see if he can hold that bottom line underneath Vern at this point and come out ahead.
Yeah, you got Joe Brown having the front row seat to that one there. Joe Brown driving the 122 black truck with the green numbers.
Yeah, can the 3 numbers signify the new drivers of the OBRL?
Yeah, they are on a. They have to run so many races before they are issued a 2-digit number, and that lets the other drivers know that, hey, you're kind of new to our league. We need to learn you. You need to learn us, and that's why they get a 3-digit probationary number. And then after a set amount of numbers, races made for that series, they can ask for issued number.
Yes, rookie stripe, so to speak.
More or less, yes, that's what it would be. As Vern held off the challenge from Chris Monroe.
Yeah, 122, Joe Brown sitting in 11th position right now. I think has been an excellent asset to the OBRL. Doing a real nice job out there, keeping it clean, getting to know everybody, and looking, like I said, in top 11th position right now.
Yeah, review committee has not seen him pop up too many times, so he's doing a great job of learning the OBRL drivers.
We're sitting on lap 50, 51 of, so we have 10 laps to go right now, 51 of 60. It's 10 laps to go. I expect, if close enough, these guys will start racing pretty hard.
Yeah, I see John Hastings running in 12th position right now, so another good back-to-back run for John Hastings. He had an 8th place finish in Monday night's race at California in the ARCA car.
Absolutely. We still got that battle between the 33 and the 15 happening going into turn 1, 15 underneath the 33. And, definitely a shout out to John. Welcome back. And, I'll tell you what, I would say he's on a comeback trail, isn't he?
Yeah, it's great to see him back. Funny guy. Hilarious to be around. Cracks a lot of jokes and makes iRacing and the old bastards a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance, jump out to the Old Bastards Racing League YouTube channel. John does a fantastic job of giving us highlight clips of our races on a series, a weekly basis of every series that he's in. And, he does a fantastic job of highlighting, the crashes, the wrecks, the passes, the good driving, the, all of the above. And it ends up being a 15-minute quick view.
Yeah, awesome videos. He's done that for us for quite some time, and before we started doing the races alive here, he's always had that going for him, and we've always enjoyed his videos.
Absolutely. So we are looking forward to him coming in the booth some night. We're still looking at Ralph Vorst, looking at the number 12, Kevin Rupert, not seeming to gain any ground, but not losing any either.
Yeah, Kevin must have found another gear in that truck because he's running in the top 6 now. So he was running top 10 before, and he's starting to make a move to try to head to the front and trying to catch the bull.
Well, I think Kevin's in his prime right now because he doesn't have to worry about fuel calculation or pit stops at this point. We know that's a difficult task for Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin's fuel challenge, just like you, Pete. We kind of team up together on Monday nights and hash things out, and he also admits that he's not real good at the fuel guessing game.
It's a fantastic trio, isn't it?
Us 3 together, it's a blast. I enjoy racing with both you and Kevin on Mondays and Sundays.
So we're looking at 7 laps to go right now, coming to the stripe. And, we still have some battles going on. 18 underneath the 03 at this point, trying to gain a position for, 7th spot?
Yeah, 7 to go, and looks like Steve Thompson has about a 2.5-second lead over Ed Adams, and that's been being pretty consistent the last couple laps. I've been kind of watching that split, and it's pretty consistent. Tom Ogle running third, Zach Calloway fourth, and our bull is running in the top 5.
Yeah, I'm showing Ed Larson as about a .3 second slower on his last lap. Best lap was, about a .1 second slower than Steve's best lap. But all in all, it looks like those guys are pretty equal lap after lap.
Yeah, Steve might still be biting his time. Ed's a charger. He's going to run hard every lap out there. He's not a conserver out there, so he would probably wear out his tires before Steve would. So I think Steve's in the catbird seat yet, and unless we have another caution, I'm thinking Steve's going to pretty much take this one to the checkered.
Yeah, late cautions are what bites Steve all the time. Number 67, Steve Mule Thompson, and he plays the fuel mileage game, the pit game, and then something seems to happen to get him in trouble with a late caution or something. And you feel bad, and you like to see it. But I'll tell you what, he's I think he's leading the leaderboards in most of our series, or at least in the top 3. Great driver.
Great driver, great guy. Yeah, we pick on him a little bit, but he ain't worried. He doesn't have a problem with dishing it out either to us.
Not at all. Number 18 does seem like he still has he's gaining on the 12, but I don't see anything there. So far, that seems to be the highlight of where we're at. And 03 is just kind of sitting behind, not gaining. So I think we're at the point now where we've equalized.
Yeah, Dan's got a nice run going down the front stretch. We'll see if Kevin's going to be able to hold that challenge off going into corner 1 here.
Yep, 5 laps to go. Yeah, these two have been battling hard for a while.
That was close between those two boys, but they did a nice job of staying off each other. They were rubbing against each other in the middle of that corner. Nice job by Dan and Kevin to keep it from having an accident there. I do see Ed Adams is closing that gap a little bit. He's got that thing down to about 2 seconds, so he's gained about a half a second the last couple laps.
And they actually had a 55.863 and a 55.867 last lap.
Oh, wow. That's about as tight as you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are definitely up on the wheel with 4 to go.
Yeah, these guys have settled down the last 25, 30 laps. We've made a long green flag run here, which is really good to see. And this is typically what we do see in the Old Bastard League.
Yeah, we're looking at stint is about 13 laps on these guys' tire right now from the last pit stop, but green flag through those pit stops.
Boy, Dan is still working on Kevin here. Kevin's doing everything he can to hold Dan Berghoff off.
Three laps to go. They're not going to give an inch. I'm sure Dan's up on that wheel pushing as hard as he can at this point. He looks like he gets a nice run off that corner.
Yes, he does.
.05 between the last lap on those guys.
Nice run for Tom Ogle and Zach Calloway, running third and fourth. We haven't talked about Zach a whole lot. I know he had led a lap or two early and doing a real nice job tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got a top 5 right now. Steve, the Mule Thompson, number 67, number 42, Ed Larson, number 11, Thomas Ogle, number 55, Zach Calloway, number 87, Brian the Bull Glass, as we go, 2 to go. Kevin's trying to get out of the way of number 18. I see him going low on the front stretch, trying to break that draft.
Yeah, he's trying to break that draft, and Rolf is right there waiting to pounce on both of them if those guys would happen to get together. So Rolf's not giving up either yet. Ralph's making a good challenge actually on Dan right now, so we'll see if Ralph wants to make this a three-way battle here real
Yeah,
tight.
white flag is out. We're watching Steve the Mule Thompson basically finish this race out. Steve's nice and low in turn one.
Yeah, he's got a second and a half lead over Ed Adams right now. So Steve's going to have to really bobble the last half lap here for Ed to even have a chance of catching him.
Looks like Steve may be coming up on a lap car of Jim
Yeah,
Westerfield.
Jim Westerfield. Jim doing a nice job pulling aside to let Steve by. Very courteous.
As we got in the final turn, Steve, number 67, comes out of turn 3 there. Checkered flag's waving. Down the front stretch, takes the checkered flag in first place.
Nice win for Steve.
Looks like Zach Calloway may have pulled out the race for third position. We have Steve Thompson, Ed Larson, Zach Calloway.
Nice run for Zach Calloway, passing Tom Ogle on the last lap there.
Absolutely.
Gets a nice podium finish out of that. So as Coco was saying, Tom Ogle fourth, Brian the Bull Glass fifth, followed by six, Kevin Rupert, seventh place in number 18 truck, Dan Berghoff, Ralph Vandervorst finishing eighth, Chris Monroe in the 15 truck finishing ninth, and Verd Margam finishing top 10. Good job, top 10.
Nice job. It was a good race by all. I think we saw some decent racing, some clean racing. Our cautions were a little higher than we like to see for the OBRL, but I'll tell you what. All in all, I think they did a really good job of keeping it clean, keeping the race going, and staying out of trouble.
Yeah, drivers did a great job the last half of that race.
Thanks, good win.
Zach Calloway, this is Ken and Pete in the broadcast tower. Hey, great job on the third place finish. How did tonight's race go? Zach, hey, Ken Schultz here up in the tower along with Pete. How did your race go tonight? Nice place, third place finish.
Yeah,
Zach Calloway, can you hear us?
Don't think he can. We might have to move on to our second place runner, Ken.
Let me go find him. Ed Larson, can you hear us?
Yeah, I got a copy, buddy.
Hey, Ken and Coke up in the tower here, second place finish. Hey, how did everything go tonight?
Oh, not too bad. I'm definitely happy with a second place finish, top five. Any night of the week is a great finish. Have to apologize to Mike Watts. I got into him, barely got into him very, very early in that race. I think it was within the first 5 or 6 laps. That took him out, and it forced me to take a personal penalty and go from the back. So I definitely had my homework cut out trying to get from the back up to the front. Came up one short, but congratulations, Steve. Excellent run.
Well, we enjoyed watching the run tonight. I think that it was a decent race by all. We had a few cautions out there. Did that change your strategy coming in? Anything different as you saw the cautions coming out?
No, the cautions really didn't change anything. Just as long as you know you got enough fuel there. If anything, in the cautions around here, man, it's like take a nap, get a drink, get a little snack. Oh, they blow around.
Yeah, large track like this does kind of go kind of stink for the pace laps and and how slow they are. How was your truck for you tonight?
Our truck was good. I made a change right before qualifying, and it absolutely just bombed. I had qualified near the back, so I hurry up and went the other direction with it, and it was the good way to go. Truck felt great all night long. I was downshifting in the third on both ends of the track there in 1 and 3. With about 10 laps or so left on the tires, I'd start downshifting and never had an issue with the truck trying to step out or anything. She was 42 was planted tonight.
That's fantastic. Well, we enjoyed watching you run, and I also want to compliment you on your paint scheme. That blue is sticks out, and it looks fantastic going around a track. And congratulations on the second place finish. It was a joy to watch you and watch you come through the field.
All right, guys, appreciate for pulling me up here in the booth. Thanks to everybody at OBRL. Another fantastic race for everybody who's watching. Get off your butts and send in your application. You don't know what you're missing. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much, Ed. Thanks for the compliment and all that. And good luck to you the rest of the season, and we'll catch you soon.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Congratulations. Take it easy. Have a good night. Ken, you want to look at our first place finish guy here?
Steve Thompson, hey, do you hear us? You got your ears on.
Yep, I got you guys.
Hey, another win for Steve. How did everything go tonight?
It was a great race. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. I love these flat tracks like this. My truck was really good.
Were you just biting your time the last part of the race there, just kind of keeping a consistent distance between you and the second place drivers?
Yeah, he came out of there pretty hard. He got like with like 1.2 seconds behind me, but he has a tendency to sometimes run hard there, early in the run. So I just kept trying to run my pace, and then I started pulling back away from Larson. But it was a good race. My truck got better and better as it went on, so I was happy with it. I want to thank Ride TV for sponsoring this truck, and Mojave Homes for sponsoring the series, and Mike Strader for helping me learn how to drive this thing, and of course the Old Bastards Racing League. You guys are awesome, and it's really exciting. You guys doing the broadcast, and the replay team, and the whole crew that keeps this thing running. You guys do an awesome job, and we know the league appreciates it.
Well, Steve, we can't have you get a big head now, but we gave you some kudos up here in the booth today, and I think that you're doing a great job keeping OBRL honest. And I just want to ask you, how was your truck throughout the entire run?
It was good. I hate to see any of those cautions come out. I was ready for some green flag pit stops, but everything worked out good. It was a little dicey there on that one restart. John Held stayed out, and he was on older tires. And I got behind him coming off one there, and Liberace, he was down below me, but I knew I could kind of cut in there, so I cut in there and got in between those guys. And then the caution came back out.
Yeah, we figured we actually guessed 3 on the cautions tonight for the over under, and I put you low because the OBRL is known for clean green flag racing. We went over tonight, and I figured that was going to play into your strategy pretty well.
Yeah, I thought it would too. But I've had this issue with this Eddie Jones character, and it's going to come down to licks. I think this next race. I'm tired of his.
Well, you know what we got? We got the OBRL woodshed. You guys can go down there, duke it out all you like, and we'll actually broadcast that.
I'm flying to Mississippi. I'm gonna meet that boy. I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
Well, Steve, I tell you what, it was a joy to watch you. We kind of saw you had the lead and taking control of the race and the pace of the race, and it was a fantastic finish. Great job on the win. Great job on a first place finish, and congratulations on that win.
Thanks. I just got one word for Eddie Jones. You better answer the door when you hear me knocking, boy, or I'll knock your door.
Well, looks like we got some drama brewing in the OBRL.
That means our fans need to really pay attention the next couple of races to see what kind of retaliation we're gonna have.
That's right. It's gonna get exciting. If he answers the
User
door,
entered your channel.
he might not be able to make the next race. So just be aware of that.
Okay, with that in mind, before we get to threats, let's just move on and say thank you all from the OBRL Racing League TV broadcast team. From all of us at OBRL, thanks for taking the time and spending it with us in the evening and enjoying the races that we provide. Wednesday nights, of course, we do our broadcast. Monday nights, we do live stream Saturdays and Sunday races as well. Thanks again to Mojave Homes for sponsoring this series, and we look forward to seeing all you guys back here next Wednesday. Have a great time, and thank you very much. Bye bye.